Hi, I'm Calvin Chip Jackson. I represent District 9, and you're watching Richland County Television.
Hello, and thank you for joining us to kick off the year 2020 on Engage Richland. I'm Michaela Leung.
And I'm Casey White. Over the course of the show, we'll look ahead to what's coming in 2020 in Richland County government.
The members of County Council started the year by selecting the council's leadership for 2020. Richland County Councilman Paul Livingston and Councilwoman Delia Myers were re-elected by their council colleagues to serve as chair and vice chair for a second year.
Following its annual planning retreat in late January, County Council will begin meeting on a regular schedule February 11th. Residents are encouraged to attend meetings and sign up to speak. If you can't attend, you can live stream the meetings on our Facebook page at Richland SC or on the county's website.
Richland County is planning a host of events and activities to engage residents in 2020.
We now send things over to Paul Harris to talk more about what you can expect.
3, 2, 1.
It's here, it's 2020. The year 2020 will be an exciting year for a number of reasons. The nation is preparing for the presidential election, the 2020 census kicks off this spring, and athletes from all over the world are preparing for the Summer Olympics. And we're adding to the excitement of the year with our 2020 at 2020, a year-long Engage Richland experience. The Engage Richland program is a year-round series of public events to encourage residents to learn about local government through community meetings, hands-on demonstrations, workshops, and more. In addition to some of our popular annual events, like tours of the county airport and Richland Recycles Day, the 2020 at 2020 effort will feature new activities. Yes, we're doing it a little extra in 2020, which also is the street address for the County Administration Building at 2020 Hampton Street. Local government affects residents' daily lives more than any other level of government, and the goal of the 2020 at 2020 campaign is to make learning about Richland County government inspiring, fun, and even more engaging for residents. Look out for events such as a local government open house, a meet and greet with elected officials, and a special Richland County treasure hunt. Some events are still in the planning stages, so be sure to follow us on social media or click on the Engage Richland link on the county's website to stay up to date on what's happening with 2020 at 2020.
Thanks, Paul. Also ahead in 2020, the county's Conservation Division is set to highlight 20 projects throughout the year, and they're also giving you a chance to apply for a Historic Preservation Grant. Nancy Stone-Cullum in Conservation has more.
Some of the stories we'll feature this year include Rosenwald School, the county's oldest log cabin, and the county's newest house museum. As well, we'll look at a corn crib built in the 1800s that's part of an education curriculum now. Money is hard to come by for historic preservation, so these grants have been a real game changer for a lot of small organizations. Since 2006, the Conservation Commission has awarded $2.1 million to more than 50 different building projects throughout the county. Now, this doesn't include the grants that we've given for historic research and education, for oral histories, for interpretation. The result of this infusion of money into these historic buildings has been an increase in economic development, points of pride for various communities, and a better sense of place for all of us to know where we've come from, who we are.
Engage Richland programs got underway on January 9th. The Neighborhood Improvement Program provided communities with information to tap into grants. The Office of Small Business Opportunity event helped businesses tap resources to secure more opportunities for financial success. How are you?
So today, the Richland County Library, in partnership with the Richland County Office of Small Business Opportunity, is hosting the Procurement Summit for local business owners to learn about the products and services that many agencies that we partner with purchase. And so it's a great opportunity for small business owners to gain access to agencies that they are familiar with, such as Richland County and maybe City of Columbia, but those that they aren't very familiar with, such as the school districts 1 and 2, or maybe even the Comet, who has many services and products that they purchase from small businesses as well.
In our Small Women-Owned and Minority Business Directory,
The start of the new year means it's time for Richland County businesses to renew their business licenses. All county business licenses expired on December 31st. The deadline to renew without penalties is March 15th. The county's Business Service Center offers checklists and tools to help business owners with renewal on its website. Businesses can save $10 by renewing the license online, which also ensures information is accurate.
The 2020 census count gets underway this spring.
The census is important for a number of reasons. Bryant Davis with the county's Government and Community Services Department gives insight into why every resident needs to be counted.
So this is important for everybody to understand. So that census, with the amount of people that are actually involved in terms of counting, those are going to help resources, funding, financial grants, be able to come into communities. Federal government looks at how many people are in certain areas, whether they're opportunity zones, whatever it may have you, but it gives an opportunity for communities to see funding. So it's very, very important that they make sure they're counted, and if you're somebody that wants to volunteer, you can volunteer. You can actually work with the census people as well and making sure that people are counted, and there are other ways that you can do that. So it'd be very important, and we're encouraging everybody here at Richland County as all to make sure you volunteer, make sure you send in your information, and make sure you tell others as well.
Residents should start seeing information on the 2020 census in the mail in March. Census Day is April 1st, and if you're interested in a temporary position with the census, visit richlandcountysc.gov for more information.
A Richland County resident displaced by the 2015 flood started the new year in a new home, thanks to a collaborative effort between Richland County's Flood Recovery Program and Mungo Construction.
I mean, as a home builder, we're always about creating new life for our customers, and for this certain scenario, we're 2 days before Christmas, we're at the start of a new year and the start of a new decade. I mean, for these folks who've been out of their home for over a year, I mean, it's really special for us, and this is really the epitome of what it is to be a builder and help create that new life for folks.
It's been in the works for about 5 months. A typical home takes about 165 days to complete. So we started all of our rebuilds sometime in July. So now we're at the point where we're closing on our first one.
Hello. 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 Good morning. Good morning. Hello.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Such a joy, such a joyful time to know that I had gotten my key and I could move in. The burden just has been lifted off of me.
For something like this, I mean, Richland County's been great. I mean, first off, just covering the basics, Richland County's been very responsive. We have a great cohesive team, and we're very thankful for the opportunity for Richland County to have selected us to be the builder in this. For us to have the opportunity to impact 30 plus folks' lives, we're really grateful for that.
Well, it's just a joy to be a part of because we're committed to changing people's lives through this program. And so anytime we can come together as a county using whatever funding sources we have to make a difference in someone's life and to see them grow and be a part of this community. And, it's a wonderful thing to be a part of. So I'm just glad we could be a part of it.
The county and Mungo are building 42 houses. The rebuild project is expected to be completed in July. We're hiring. A career with Richland County provides abundant opportunities, excellent benefits, and an enjoyable work environment. You can go to richlandcountysc.gov/careers to find a match for you.
Catch repeats of the most recent Engage Richland show on RCTV between noon and 8 p.m. each day, or watch anytime on the county's YouTube page.
To give us feedback or share ideas for upcoming shows, email pio@richlandcountysc.gov. We'd love to hear from you. For all of us at the Richland County Public Information Office, I'm Michaela Leung.
And I'm Casey White. Thanks for watching.